evening and welcome to it. This is Chess and Wine. Once again, my name is Eddie Bila and we're back with some beautiful updates today on some beautiful things that are happening around chess. We've got the good and the bad, again, like always, right? But I'm just going to try and give you the good news first. I mean, I think it's an awesome time to be a chess player, an awesome time to be in chess. Okay, first off, I'm actually very excited about this thing that these young kids are doing. So there's a website. You know, there's a whole lot of online lessons that are happening because, I mean, not everybody has access to somebody that can teach them how to play chess, but everybody wants to improve their chess game. Some gets chess lessons on Lee Chess. Some get lessons from, I don't know, paid Johannes Musela or paid Vanilla Mango, other coaches that are available to them. But this initiative by these two youngsters, I love so much. It's in a website called thechessforall.com. So it's a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old. It's amazing. It's interesting. Just go to the website, you'll see that this top junior players in South Africa, like they've represented South Africa internationally a number of times. You go to the website, you'll see Chess for All, the four being the number 4, all.com. And you'll see the 1865 rated Abhinav Satish, who's also rated 1600 in FIDE, is opening up his hands, this little kid. And there's little kids, there's two of them actually. They're opening up their hands and saying, hey, if you want to learn from the best, from the juniors that have been out there, been around, and actually have done everything that you wish you could do. I don't know, it doesn't matter whether you're a beginner or you're a player in advanced level trying to get a level up or you're looking to get a training game or whatever. So these kids are opening up their arms and saying, hey, come through. So yeah, check them through. That's just, it's an amazing thing. I just loved it so much. I thought I should share it. They reached out and say, hey, this is what we're doing. It would be nice if everybody in SA was aware of it so then they could get in touch with them. Chess for All, thechessforall.com. I'll share the website with you and you can just see all of these beautiful pictures, beautiful awards that these kids have won. And obviously they've been inspired by their own success to try and give back. Imagine at the age of 14, 13 and 10, 14 or 13 and 10 years, and still already looking to give back these two boys. So yeah, no, I like it so much. Take a look at it. But yes, and on to some even better news. It's such a beautiful time to be a Bojanalian. Like, I mean, these things that are happening in Bojanala makes it so exciting to be a chess player, a top chess player at that, in that region. So they're having their yearly closed, Bojanala Closed Chess Championship, the closed event that's going to be taking place in January. And then, exciting thing for Bojanalians. I mean, if you're a junior player, I think it's about time you decide to run to that federation next year if you can. Or maybe it's about time that other federations think of doing the same thing. So from under 8, under 10, under 12, all the way up to under 20. The Bojanalians this is like giving some huge prize funds, prize money, cash prize. So imagine, okay, it makes sense. I mean, it's still exciting. It's still scary for the open section to have 10,000 rand first prize for the closed and 5,000 rand second prize and 2,500 rand third prize. And then you go back again, you find the under 20 section, they've got the same prize money. 10,000 rand for first prize, 5,000 rand second prize, 2,500 rand for third prize. And then they go down to under 18, under 16. My goodness, up to under 8. So even the under 8 players of the club of Bojanala and the close will be getting 10,000 rand first prize. Imagine an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old, under 8 player winning 10,000 rand in cash prize. Obviously, they say that the junior prizes will be converted into vouchers for toys, for PlayStations, for game consoles, obviously, or laptops or whatever gadgets that the kids will be looking for. But I mean, that much prize. I mean, I'm thinking if kids in our area would be winning such prize money, the motivation, I mean, the parents would be encouraging the kids, hey, go. Remember, you've got a chess lesson today. Hey, remember, you've got chess practice today. Hey, remember. They'll make sure that the kids don't forget to practice chess. Oh my goodness. No. Seriously, this is such exciting things. And I dare say that, I mean, if more and more federations were to do things like this, even if it's just for the closed, Because you know what the funny thing is they're saying? That this money is not necessarily coming from sponsorships, but from the tournament entry fees, the tournaments that they're having all year round. So the juniors, we know there's a whole lot of them coming in. They pay 100 rand, 150 or 200 rand for entries. That money stacks up, stacks up. They keep it. And then later on, they turn it into prizes for these juniors who are the top performing. So what better way to award top winning juniors? No, man, this is such a beautiful thing. So yeah, no, this is one way we are improving chess and actually making sure that chess is becoming a professional sport. Like seriously, if an under 10 player would to win 10,000 rand for an event that just took place in January and February, I don't know. Like hey, that'll make people take chess seriously. So yeah, no, congratulations to Bujanala for that, and keep it up, keep it up, keep it up until we everybody else is starting to do it, and then it becomes a competition. Which federation is better? Which federation rewards their players the better? And hey, it's just gonna be so beautiful all around. But on to other news in chess. It's so amazing in Gauteng. So now there's we see that a whole lot of provinces are now coming back, because obviously with the national elections due to take place on the 25th of October of November, all the other regions as well are turned out correct, or maybe again it was just their annual list, their scheduled elections. So in Gauteng now, the Ekurhuleni Federation, Ekurhuleni region is having their elections. And it's a funny thing that they are doing it in a very unorthodox way. And I'm saying, and it's a whole lot, I mean, a whole lot of people are aware that a lot of things have been done the wrong way for many years, and some people they don't mind anymore. Like as long as we've done it, as long as we're doing it. So basically, what's happening at this region is that the notices for the elections are not. I mean, we all have the same constitution, so clubs have the same constitution, especially if it comes from the Chesa constitution, right? We all know that you need to at least have announced 45 days before, right? That is. Yeah, I think yes, announce 45 days before that there's going to be election, announce the election date 45 days before, so you give everybody enough time to start preparing, right? Clubs to get their houses in order and everything, their papers in order, their good standing in order. And then again, for the nominations, again, there's a number of days that obviously needs to be given for your nominations to be submitted, right? So let me just quickly check. We know that we always are aware of such things, because it's always something that we are doing. But let me just read this little snippet of prepared text for you, because yeah. So yeah, so the elections for Ekurhuleni are happening on the 2nd of December 2023. The president of Ekurhuleni Chess has appointed Mr. Vicky Magu as the elections officer for an election on 2 December. So, you know, so yeah, so every notification sent out by Ekurhuleni or Mr. Vicky Magu day after was late, and some were also sent by the wrong people and or in the wrong format. So the nomination list included people who should be excluded and or were clearly incorrectly nominated. So these are people who have supported Mr. Vicky Magu in his elections in the past, and Mr. Vicky Magu had no problem with their nominations. So the nomination of people who have openly been hostile against him or towards him have been rejected by him. So, all right. So currently the scheduled elections for Ekurhuleni Chess is being now seen by others. Because remember, Vicky Magu is the current president of Gauteng Chess Confederation, and also Gauteng Sports Confederation and Gauteng Chess, right? So apparently some people are saying that he's using his position, his powers, to punish those who are hostile towards him and reward those who have been good to him. I think you remember in the interview with him on Chess and Wine, he did state that, hey, remember, this hand cannot wash itself. So you wash my hand, I wash yours. You rub my back, I rub yours. I don't know, like you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Okay, so yeah, so that's the funny thing. So yeah, what this is suggesting. So what they're saying is that there are people that should not be in the election. So let me just share the screen now, the screenshot of the nominated people. So as you can see that the nomination. So yes, let me just go back. I just got back to the numbers now. So no less than 45 days before the election date. So now the relevant portion of the Ekurhuleni Chess Constitution section 22.7 reads as follows: not less than 45 days before the election date, the secretary shall send the notification to every member and exco member, right? So the funny thing is that this notice for this election was actually sent out on the 30th of October for the event for the elections that are going to be held on the 2nd of December. That's a mere 33 days notice, right? So already the things are not looking good. And I don't know what the president of Gauteng Chess is saying about that, because he's the appointed elections officer, right? So read this note as well. So these notifications were also not per section 29 of the Ekurhuleni Constitution, which requires that for the purpose of this constitution, all notifications by the region to any person shall, unless delivered by hand, be effective from the date of dissemination by post and or by hand and or by fax and or by electronic mail. So thereafter, the members of Ekurhuleni Chess Council submitted nominations for the relevant positions. The identity and date that the nominations were received can be seen from the nomination list, which has been sent by the elections officer. All right. So here's this part, another part that I was actually. So on the 14th of November 2023, the elections officer sent out the above mentioned documents to council members. So the relevant portion of the Ekurhuleni Chess Constitution for which section 22.9, it reads as follows: no less than 20 days before the election date, the election officer shall send to every member of the exco. To every member and obviously every member of the exco a list of the nominations. So it is therefore clear that this notification was served, that is 18 days. So they instead of 20 days. So when people need 20 days, there's a reason probably why they say it has to be 20 days instead of 18 days. So this one was sent out 18 days before. So now look at this, the submissions. So the submissions came through, right? And on the submission, you see that there are some people who were late to their who were late to submit. Look at it. It's on the screen right now. On your screen, you will see the list of the nominated people. And it's so funny because first let's look at the list of the nominated people. This thing, when I saw it, I also got obviously it's a what do you call this? It's a whistle blown in a way, because I mean we don't have a justice system in chess as yet, but people must be aware of all the injustices that are happening. So for the first one, so position of president, Mr. Sudesh Hanraj was nominated, obviously nominated by the Albertine Chess Club, and seconded by the Primrose Chess Club. His submission was on the 2nd of November 2023 at 10:41 p.m. at night. And the next one is for president, Mr. Ulrich Grootboom, Kempton Park Chess Club proposed, and then seconded by Ekurhuleni North Chess Club on the 2nd of November at 9:45 p.m. The what do you call this thing? His nomination was received. And for vice president, there's Mr. Ulrich Grootboom again. All right, the president and vice president. It's possible, right? That person can be nominated for two positions. Yeah, but if he wins the president, his other nomination just falls off. So yeah, he's nominated by the Kempton Park Chess Club and Albertine Chess Club seconded. His nomination was received on the 2nd of November at 10:53 p.m. So for secretary, there's Dr. Grace Humbelani Nechimbupwe, proposed, obviously, nominated by the Albertine Chess Club, and Springs Chess Club was the second. Hers was received on the 2nd of November as well at 11:13 p.m. And the treasurer was Skalk Pinar, or the nomination for treasurer is Skalk Pinar, from nominated by the Springs Chess Club. Albertine Chess Club was seconded. Nomination was received also on the same day, on the 2nd of November at 11:08 p.m. And thereafter, there were two nominations that were delayed. Now look at the time of the delay. So one was submitted on the 19th day. So since they're only given 18 days instead of 20 days, one was submitted on the 19th day at 8:17 a.m. And the other one was submitted on the 3rd, on the 19th day again, on the 3rd of November at 10:17 a.m. So they were submitted, they were delivered in the morning. So again, it's a funny thing because with the ones that came in at night, you can't really confirm that they were received immediately at night. I mean, you just see the email where they were delivered that it says delivered at that time, delivered at that time. But obviously, sometimes you must pay attention to those details. So maybe they were all seen or received in the morning, but just the timestamp was showing that, hey, this one came in at this time. So they was like, oh, these two get rejected. And those two that were rejected for Vice President, Mr. Clive Mtunzi, from the proposed, obviously, nominated by the Alberton Chess Club and seconded by the Primrose Chess Club. And the other one, the second one is the nomination for Treasurer, which is for Mr. Paul Simpson, nominated by the Boksback Chess Club and seconded by the Alberton Chess Club. So those two were rejected. But now people are not happy. I'm also kind of thinking, I mean, if you are wrong for you you did not give people enough time. Instead of the 20 days that we were supposed to get, you gave them 18 days. And on the 19th day, you see that first you shorthanded them, and now when they shorthand you back, you're punishing because you're the power that be. But hey, what can we say, right? When people have to exercise their powers, if you're not my friend when I was on my way up, don't expect any favors from me when I'm at the top. But you see these things ruling by associations, by groupings. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, man, it makes sense again. It makes sense, it doesn't make sense. You look at it, you decide for yourself. Like, it's supposed to be 20 days. You gave us 18 days. And on the 19th day, just the fact that you've submitted. And then the funny thing is that most of these communications apparently were not coming from the person that they were supposed to be coming from. So communications, especially for things that are serious as these, are supposed to come directly from the secretary of the federation instead of coming from the president or from any other person. And it seems like these ones were coming from the president. And the communication was not happening formally through email. So now it was communication via WhatsApp groups. And so funny that those communications were happening via the EXCO WhatsApp group. And then obviously people would be sharing them with other groups if they could, instead of emailing the members. Because again, members of Ignorant Chess Club, I'm sure they've got the mailing list. Why not? You see, like if these things could be investigated, there's a whole lot of things that could be uncovered. And here's a funny thing that I uncovered, because now I'm thinking about the fact that we now have the national elections that are currently going to be happening, right? And there's obviously those provincial leaders that are going to be serving in the executive, the chess executive board in South Africa. And we were discussing this at some point that they will need to now vacate their offices in the provinces. If you were president in your province, now you vacate because you can't be serving two structures. If you get elected for the higher structure, you leave the position at the lower structure, right? Like a president now, we know, like if you become president, if you serve in the executive committee of national, then you must leave the executive committee of provincial. If you serve in the executive committee of provincial, you leave the executive committee of the regions, right? Like if you serve in the region again, you must leave the club, because when you are in the region, coming from the club, it means now you're no longer serving the interest of just the club. You're supposed to be serving the whole region now. But if you're only again at the top as it goes and so forth, because now your time is needed it can't be divided. You see what I mean? So that's basically what the rule is. It's in the constitution, and I'm hopeful that I'll get to that part of the constitution and share it with you. So now what's so funny for me now, it's so interesting, is that I'm looking at the nomination of here's this one person that I just saw. It's so funny. So it's the nomination for president of the lower structure, that is in the region of Ekurhuleni, right? And obviously the nomination of the vice president of Mr. Elrich Grootboom. So Mr. Elrich Grootboom is being nominated for two positions here in the regional structure. Here's a funny thing. This letter that I'm reading is coming from, or the list of nominations has been published by Gauteng province chairs. So Gauteng province chairs, when they obviously send their communication, they list their executive committee at the bottom. And when you look at the bottom, it says the Gauteng province chairs executive committee is as follows. There's a president, which is Vicky Magoo. There's the vice president, which is, you guessed it, Elrich Grootbo. And how is he supposed to get nominated for the lower structure when he's already serving at the higher structure? It's so crazy. So I see that part where they say that some of the people who are nominated for certain positions are not meant to be nominated. And so this already does not make sense. So yeah, we need clarity on that. I mean, I'm hoping that there's people that have so much information on that. Or maybe is the serving, maybe again there's an expiry on the what do you call on the Gauteng chairs? Maybe he's planning on leaving Gauteng, the Gauteng executive committee, to only serve in the region, or maybe their term is due to end by the time the elections are held here in Gauteng, so maybe he's already served a 2-year term for Gauteng chairs, and it ends maybe by the time, maybe by the end of November. We don't know. So I'm always honestly seeking clarity on that. Like anybody that has information on that, please share that information and whether it is possible. Like let's start a discussion on that. Is it possible? Because now you see our presidents on our provinces or even the members of our executive committees in the provinces are going to be serving on the nationals. Are we still going to be using them in our provinces? Are they still going to be serving in the same structure, like two structures? Because for a long time, this thing has been happening this way. And we know that it's been happening the wrong way. A whole lot of things in chess in South Africa has been happening in the wrong way. So now here's a chance to fix, here's a chance to get things right. Right? Yeah, and it starts here. We can start here and do a little bit of what we can. Inform one another. Like you see now, if we know two different things, we'll end up judging one another based on falsehoods. You see, I'll judge you by the little I know. But maybe the main truth is it's possible, it's allowed. But I don't think it's allowed. And as far as I know, it's not allowed. So yeah, that's that actually. And yeah, and so apparently this is actually in the Code of Conduct of Chess South Africa. So obviously, the Gauteng Chess is an affiliate of Chess South Africa, and Gauteng Chess is the one that's running it. So it says here that according to Rule 2 of the rules of the Code of Conduct, elected executive committee members of Chess South Africa or regional chess body shall refrain from serving on the elected executive committee of lower structures. So I knew it was there. So you see now, hey. So no, man, no. So yeah, this is just some interesting things. So let's keep it talking. Let's keep it going. We see that as Mr. Vicky Magoo, our possible what do you call him? And Vicky Magoo knows rules. So I don't know what's happening. What is he doing now? Why is he not being strict on this? What is he? Wait, what is he? What does he have to gain for this? Oh, but he's in a very powerful position. You work well with sports confederation. It's Gauteng Chess. With all the regions, you put your right people in, you know you're guaranteed another term next time if that's what you want. But you see now I'm doing it again. Casting aspiration, Vicky will get angry. But that's not what I'm doing. So yeah, look at that and let us know. Let me know what you think of it. What you think is the best practice. Now, shoot, those two people that submitted the nominations late, whose nominations arrived late, because maybe again it was the internet that delayed it. Should they be given a chance to again to obviously the nominations to be accepted, or should the nominations be rejected because they were late by 8 hours or 10 hours with the others, even though they've been cheated of a full 2 days? I know, but some interesting thing. Go check out Chess for All. thechessforall.com website and see if you think you can think of somebody that you can recommend. Get some chess lessons from that website from those kids. Because there's a WhatsApp link button that you can click there and then just get in communication with the players, the top players, and then they'll help you out from there. And again, check out what's happening. Keep an eye on what's happening in General Chess region to get inspired as a player. I see all of this. No, man, it's beautiful things that are happening that side, especially for the players, especially. So I don't know, and I'm hoping that a lot of people. I always keep saying that we hope that a lot of federation or regional leaders learn from that. And again, what's happening in Egorule, let's keep an eye on what's happening in Egorule and learn again from what's happening there. Because whatever it is that's happening can be challenged later on. Again, you don't want to start things that you later be challenged on. And kudos to Mpumalanga Chess. Mpumalanga Chess is coming alive again. I'm going to close it in a good note. We obviously been receiving some communications from we don't even know how Mr. Desamposi became the current interim secretary. Because it sounds like now there's an interim committee to be introduced probably, but we know already, it's a funny thing how things happen, because we know there's already an interim president, which is Palane Philippe, right? But now, boom, he said he tells us there is a secretary. Oh, maybe he was consulting and he was trying to organize the elections, and they tell them that you can't send communication yourself as president. You're an interim president, and communication needs to come from the secretary. And it's like, where am I going to find a secretary? Because I don't have a committee. Then they say, find a secretary. And they decided, the former secretary that resigned 3-4 years back could come back and serve his position in the interim. And then he probably called him and they said, Mr. Mposi, how about you become the interim president and help us facilitate this? Mposi was like, I'm always happy to serve. And then they're serving. But maybe it's just the two of them, or maybe there's 5 people in the interim committee. We don't know who else is there. We just know the 2 of them right now because we're getting communication from Lester. Mposi saying that on the, what's the date? In December, so very soon. So, 14th of December, I think is the final date for submission of club details. So, clubs need to submit their details to the email address. Yes, I'll share the email address at the bottom. I hope you remember to share the email address, which is there's one email address that is info@mpumalangachess.co.za, and the other email address, no man, I probably do have it here, but no, I do not. That is already too far. So I'll get it. I'll obviously share even the letter here. So if there are any chess clubs in Mpumalanga and they want to be involved in the elections, or other clubs that are still forming, because if you get in touch with them, they can even give you a template for the constitution, because they will require that you have a constitution. Yes, a signed constitution by your little committee. You can just collect yourself, organize yourselves among yourselves as players in any region, and you're serving this area, not region, but there's players in any area. You just say, we are serving this area and would like to take part in the elections. And I want to see if Spartacus Chess Club would also be participate. Which other club do I know? I don't know other clubs. I want to see what is this. What is this other chess club here in Tanzania? You know, the ones that are operating in the background. Maybe they've got the ones that we don't normally get to hear about, but they are there. So yes, we want to see. So everybody must get involved. Good of you, and thank you to Mpumalanga Chess or Mpumalanga Sports Confederation for taking part, and thank you to Vicky Magu for facilitating this whole thing. Yep, and the secretary current now, Mr. Lesamposi, who's keeping the communication going, flowing, the information all over. That's good. We're happy to see that Mpumalanga is starting to show signs of life. Now, maybe now there'll be finally life in chess in the province, and we'll be happy to be players again. And everybody can serve whoever they can serve in the interest of growing the sports in the province, and again producing some more and more players to be spoken about countrywide and worldwide. This has been Chess and Wine. We know we've got the potential. With your support, we can do more. Good evening.